Welcome to another edition of Bulldogs Live. We are catching up, and today catching up with Bulldogs goaltender Zach Roy, who has been entered into the Memorial E-Cup presented by Kia. And Zach, so far, a lot of success for you. Congratulations on the first two wins. And how are things going?
Things are going pretty well. I'm feeling pretty confident in the tournament.
Absolutely. Now, before we get there, we've got something pretty cool to play for the fans because you and I get a bit of an intro from the great Ron MacLean.
Hey, it's Ron MacLean from Rogers Hometown Hockey and Hockey Night in Canada, and I just want to tell you about something great happening over the holidays here in Hamilton. The OHL Bulldogs have always done a great job providing great eats for the kids in school. For a lot of the children, it's what really keeps them healthy, it's what keeps them in school, and obviously that creates for them a huge opportunity. But it goes without saying, because of the pandemic, everything's a little trickier, and one of the great solutions, our friends at First Ontario and of course the Bulldogs themselves have an epic 50-50 raffle, and we're taking it online. So it's very simple. Go to bulldogs5050.com, and with our split, we'll be able to bring safely packaged great eats to the kids. Look, when the game is on the line or the game's online, if it's 50-50, I trust the Hamilton Bulldogs, and I know you will too. So let's do our part and ensure a healthy appetite.
We are in the full swing of it, and there is still one more early bird prize draw to be had. There you see the prices on screen, and Liam Van Loon is all lit up for the Hamilton Bulldogs Holiday 50-50. $10 for 5 tickets, $20 for 20, or $50 for 100. That's your best chance to win. Early bird prizes, one's already been drawn. One coming up on December the 16th. Go to bulldogs5050.com. You see some of them right there in the and Requip prize pack, including a one-night stay at Sea Hotel, and there's a Bulldogs barbecue set involved in that, a gift card for a restaurant there, a Bulldogs Ticats jersey on the early bird. That one is coming up on the 16th. That's the next one. Signed Mackenzie Entwistle and Nick Camano, limited edition. Those are the Ticat-style jerseys that were done up for those two. You're not going to want to miss out on the opportunity to get in on that draw December the 16th. Those two jerseys up for grabs in the early bird. Zach, as a kid, I always wanted to be on a show with Ron MacLean. Kind of cool to see that we get a bit of an intro from the legend of Hockey Night in Canada.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to see, actually.
So now we talked a little bit right off the top, the Memorial E-Cup. So let's go back to how you got picked to be the Bulldogs representative in the tournament.
Yeah, so Storm, our media guy, he texted Liam Van Loon, just asking if we can, gather 4 players to see who were the best and have a little mini tournament among the 4 of us. So he picked, I believe he picked Morrison, Diaco, himself, and me. Some other guys in the team, they found out later and they were like, why didn't you pick me? But yeah, we didn't even end up playing the tournament. They just said to put me in it, and I never argued it. Like, I wanted to play in it to begin, but yeah, so I was pretty cool.
Now, I do understand that coming into this, you were kind of the favorite to be picked for the Bulldogs, and if we had done the 4-man tournament, which I think I was going to be a part in calling that as well if it had gone down, you were likely the favorite to come out of that tournament. I think anyone I've talked to said that you were kind of the guy that they were expecting to take the controller for the Bulldogs in this thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, just playing at the house and stuff, like I played Diaco, like we have pretty good games. I usually come out on top, but Morrison's the one that, he could have won. Morrison could have won. He was not the better player, but we were pretty even, I'd say. Like, more often than, like, every game's an overtime game or a shootout game. Like, you can ask him. It's always a battle when we play, but I'm going to say I usually come out on top.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You say you can ask Morrison. You got to be careful because that guy will put himself over, right? I mean, no, I got nothing but love for Logan Morrison. Great guy. But maybe during the season this year, once we get going, we get everybody back in town, we can get a little series going between the two of you to see who comes out on top. I'd love to call those games. I think that'd be a blast.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
All right, we'll get to work on that. I know Storm's in the background going, "What are you signing me up for?" But we'll get to work on that and see what we can do. Your first game was against Gatineau. Obviously, there had to have been some jitters getting into the tournament because everybody was talking about that, how they weren't really sure what to expect, whether the internet quality was going to be great on both sides. And, of course, playing online, you don't know who you're playing against. Obviously, you would have never played the representative for the Gatineau Olympique. So what was it like in that first game, kind of getting into it and getting your feet into the tournament?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun in that first game, but I had no idea what to expect. Like you never know what to expect playing an online game. Like you can either have a guy who, he never touches the puck, and then you have a guy who just dominates you. There's no in between. So, he was really good. I was kind of getting nervous at the end there when it was 4-4. Luckily, I scored with 40-something seconds left. But yeah,
it was a big one for you to get, and then you get into the second round. We're going to show some highlights here in a minute, but Luca Berzin was your opponent from the Brandon Wheat Kings. He had a really good first round as well. I think he scored 4 goals in his first round when you scored 5. Looked like it was going to be very evenly matched. But going into that game, I remember you said something, because for those that haven't seen, I've been calling this tournament. It's been wild right from the very beginning. And my broadcast partner, Brandon Scott, was doing the interview with you after you won. And you said you didn't have the game that you necessarily wanted in game 1. That stuck with me. And I thought it really came back to show in game 2, because you put on a clinic in the second game of the tournament.
Yeah, I didn't play very well. I was a bit rusty, we'll say, because I haven't really played in NHL and I didn't really practice before. But yeah, I was very rusty in that first game. But thank God it left in the second game.
All right, let's go back in time. Let's take a look at some of your handiwork from game 2 in the tournament, your second round victory over the Brandon Wheat Kings. Boy, right on cue for Logan Morrison, huh?
Yeah.
Now, we talk about this, and I talk about it on the broadcast all the time when I'm calling the games on TSN 1150 or on 900 CHML. When you make a big save at one end of the rink, how much the guys feed off that at the other end of the rink. As a goaltender in the tournament, when you have a big save with your own player, does it make it all that more important to go the other way and get a goal?
Absolutely. It doesn't happen too often on the game. For some reason, I just can't save it as much as I would like. But yeah, it translates both ways in real life and on the video game. When I make a big save, I want to score the other way. It gives me a bit of momentum.
Absolutely. All right, that was the 7th goal of the game. Let's take a look at a little bit more. Okay, now, while I am calling this game, I'm looking at your power play setup. And out top, I see Jake Gravel and Cameron Saprik exchanging the puck. Okay, that's normal. Then you go to the half wall. Peyton Vesio is standing there and scores. How did you come to a 3-defenseman setup? Now, growing up a defenseman, I am more than okay with this idea. But how did you come to a 3-defenseman setup on the man advantage?
So yeah, I got Hazy to do our lines. So I pretty much copied whatever he put down. He sent me it on text or whatever. And I forgot to switch a left winger out. So I had Ves at the left winger spot. And I didn't even notice until, I was playing mid-game and I had a power play and the second unit went out. I didn't even notice until Ves got the puck. And I'm like, oh, what's he doing at left wing? But I got him the puck, and he had a nice little short side bar down goal. So, I won't complain about it.
This might have been the best personnel move I've seen yet in the tournament. Because as crazy as it might sound, have a defenseman playing the half wall, Payne Vestio is a right-hander with a ton of juice on the shot on the left wing. So he was actually in the perfect spot to pull that off, and it looked genius when it was done.
Yeah, I mean, on the video game, he's got a shot like Obi, so you got to use it somehow.
Oh, hang on here. Jumping in is Mackenzie Entwistle, who says, trade for me, Royce. We would love to see that happen, but unfortunately, it's the rosters in the NHL21 video game. Mackenzie Entwistle not eligible for the Memorial E-Cup, but what would it be like having Big Mac playing down the middle for you in this thing?
He'd help just a bit, I'd say.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a tad bit, he'd help.
At that point, you'd have what? Jan Unique, Logan Morrison, and Mackenzie Entwistle play in the middle of the ice. That's pretty good depth.
Yeah,
not bad. All right,
I'd say
a little bit more from the tournament. Avery Hayes designed your lines. You get a goal with him in the game. One of the things that, again, my broadcast partner for the tournament, Brandon, was pointing out on the last show, when you look at the way that your lines are set up, Jan Unique in the middle of Arthur Kaliev and Jan Michak, Logan Morrison in the middle of Tag Bertuzzi and Avery Hayes. And then, from there, you can just have guys like Ryan Winterton and Liam Van Loon playing on your third line. You have one of the deepest teams in the tournament, and you're using them that way. Your lines are just rolling right there. You saw Unique on the edge of Hayes.
Yeah, shout out to Hazy, I guess, for doing the lines. But, also shout out to Steve for putting up one of the best rosters in the league. So it helps have a good team.
I know I heard from a lot of Bulldogs fans after your last win, scoring as many goals as you did, and they see those two top lines, Jan Unique, Jan Michak, Arthur Kaliev. We were so close to seeing that. As a goaltender, you have a unique perspective in this because you look at the team from the back end of it. You see everything ahead. Already, you've seen how good Jan Unique is. He was the best player in the league before the injury at the World Juniors last year. You saw how good Jan Michak was. He was one of the best players in the league after arriving. And how good Arthur Kaliev is. You've seen it pretty much from the time he started in Hamilton as well, and the records that he's put up. Those three as a line. As a goaltender, at that point, in real life, would you just be thinking, all right, as long as I don't let up 8, we're probably going to win this thing?
Yeah, the best defense is offense. So when we have offensive firepower like that, I'm not too worried at the back end. Sure, it helps. Those guys are all fantastic players, and I'd say we have the past 2 years 3 of the top 5 in the league. I'd say. Absolutely.
All right, one more because you'll kill me if I don't play it. Here's some Liam Van Loon handiwork. If Liam Van Loon found out we had a video of him going top corner and I didn't play it, I think that might be a problem. Again, a great win for you against the Wheat Kings, but what did you find in that game that was so much different? Because you had so much control of the puck. I think you outshot Luka 32-8 in the game. It just seemed like such a different style from your first game in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, when I played Gatineau, he focused a lot on defense, and the shots were a little closer, and I didn't get as many chances to score. He was a bit more offensive, so I was able to get more odd man rushes and stuff, and I had more scoring chances throughout the game. So
No, that worked out perfectly. And now you move on to round 3 of this tournament. You're coming down near the end. You're in the Kia Telluride division. You will square off with the Medicine Hat Tigers, Lucas Feshkovsky, who's had a really good tournament himself. And the winner of that game is going to go on to take on the winner from the top of the bracket as well, which is the Sarnia Sting and Spirit. This is a tough division. This is as tough a division as there is in this tournament to come out of, Zach. But you seem like you're feeling pretty confident now that you've kind of got everything rolling the way you want it.
Yeah, if I keep playing the way I did last game, I think I'll be just fine.
I like that. Very good. Very good seeing that confidence. It's been exciting so far. Your game is in the 3rd round coming up on Sunday, I believe, correct?
I haven't been told when I'm playing, but I'll take it.
Okay. I think it's going to be Saturday. I think you're the second game of the day on Saturday, but obviously Bulldog social media will have that all updated as we go along. We're going to go to a quick commercial here for the CHL. When we come back, Zach, I want to talk about the Bulldogs, some of the things that the team has done in the offseason, getting ready for the new season, and a shared passion. You and I can kind of nerd out here in the last few minutes of this. I got some stuff I wanted to show you that I brought with me. So let's go to the CHL app. $60 teams, one app. The CHL app is new and improved, and you can download it, customize it to the Hamilton Bulldogs. You're not going to miss a thing. Plus, there will be contests and prizes available on there during this season that only those with the app will be able to get on. So you want to get the CHL app, tell them that the Hamilton Bulldogs are your favorite team that's new and improved. You'll keep up with us as we get ready for the season start. We believe it's going to be February the 4th. Can't wait for that. And on the road to that, Project Stealth. What is it? When is it coming? Well, we know that. It's December 11th. It's this Friday. You're going to want to be tuned in to Hamilton Bulldogs social media across the board. Project Stealth. All will be revealed on Friday. Zach, I know you know a little something about Project Stealth. We're not going to say anything. I know what it is. You know what it is. I think the fans are going to be extremely happy and very excited about what Project Stealth is going to reveal.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're gonna leave it there because I don't want to give any more details. This is going to be a lot of fun. Now you see Zach and I as well decked out in Hamilton Bulldogs gear. You can see obviously my studio. It's all black and gold right across the walls down here. If you are looking for Christmas gifts, there is still time. BulldogShop.com. Get on there. Hats, T-shirts, jerseys, sweaters, pucks. I can't even remember all the great items that are available on BulldogShop.com. Obviously, Zach, I know a lot of players are able to use some of the merchandise for family gifts at Christmas. I did it last year. Planning to do it again this year. I don't think any team in the league has merch as cool as ours.
I don't think so. We're the best in the business for a reason. Same with you, Reed.
Oh, hey, thank you so much, man. You said that on the broadcast of the tournament as well. I really appreciate it. And speaking of that, best in the business, as we get back to rolling this season, you take a look at what the Hamilton Bulldogs have done. You've got to be very excited as a goaltender because there's going to be so much competition on this team this season. And when you look in front of you, Colton Kammer has been added from the Sarnia Sting. Artem Grushnikov, who looks like a future star, is coming from Russia. Chandler Romeo is an aircraft carrier on skates at 6'5", 6'6". You can chuckle at that one. That's all right. That's one of my trademark lines. What do you think as a goaltender when you see the guys that you had last year developing? Another year on a Nathan Steos, another year on a Peyton Vesio, another year on a Jake Gravel, another year on a Gavin White, and then you add some of these other guys coming into the roster. You've got to be super excited as a goaltender.
Yeah, we're gonna have one of the best decors in the league for sure, and not even just offensive, but defensively as well. So I can't wait to see what it plays out.
And everyone kind of hold their breath in Hamilton because Jan Mysak drafted in the second round by the Montreal Canadiens. Arthur Kaliev will obviously have his shot at LA Kings training camp, but both of those guys seem likely to return to the OHL this season. If that indeed happens, and you've got an offense, and you talk about the defense, but you've got an offense that then runs with Mysak and Kaliev and Kuzi as line one again, and you get more experience on guys like Winterton and Shirk, Morrison, Van Loon, Hayes, another year on Bertuzzi's development. He really broke out last year. And then you added Jonathan Malee coming in up front. And we didn't even talk about Dorian Donovan on the back end coming in as a rookie. I can't remember a team being this deep since the Bulldogs made their run in 2018.
Yeah, like we have a phenomenal roster. And again, kudos to Steve. He does his job as good as anybody does it. And I can't wait to see, how we play as a team and, just starting our training camp, how competitive it's going to be, from the goalies to the defense all the way up to the forwards. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Can you talk about how interesting it is as a goaltender in this setup? Because you're the veteran incumbent, so to speak. Marco Costantini had times last year where you could really see the talent shine through. And we know what Mateo Droback can do. A lot of people have seen him at the junior B level. He's got some Hockey Canada experience now as well. Three goaltenders. You guys are three different builds, three different styles. Can you talk about how well you guys have meshed together? I know you and Marco Costantini last year really at times became a dynamic 1-2 because you're so different that teams really have to adjust night to night.
Yeah, it all starts in practice. So the better we practice, the more, and the more playing time you're going to get if you practice well. And it pushes both of us to be better because we all three of us want the net. And especially last year, I know in practice, like I always said, I want to stop more pucks than, Cause does. And I know Cause is for sure saying the same thing about me. And, we push each other hard in practice with Granger. He does a great job with both of us. And yeah, Droback had a fantastic season last year at the junior B level. And, he's pushing as hard as he can to make the team just as hard as, Cause and I. So we're going to have a battle, and it's awesome to look forward to. Again, it pushes all of us to be better, and just comes down to whoever wants it more, and that's just going to benefit the team.
That to me is the biggest difference that I've seen with the way the Bulldogs are built. And I know Steve, when he builds a team, preaches character and how these guys need to be around each other. They need to gel. They need to be a team together. You talk about the battle. And unlike in a lot of situations where a talented goaltender such as yourself might see that as a threat to his position, you see it as a challenge and an opportunity to be the man. And yet off the ice, you guys are all very close. I've seen you and Cos together. There is no animosity there. It's two guys who like one another that are pushing one another to be better and compete with each other. And that seems to drive you guys both on the ice and as friends. That's got to be pretty special for two goaltenders who are competitive guys, but get along so well and want to drive one another.
Yeah, every goalie partner I've been, pretty good friends with, and I've pushed every single one of them. And, my goalie partners have all pushed me to be better. And we know at the end, it doesn't matter who's in net, that we're going to have a chance to win, and we're going to, benefit our team in the end.
That's great. I love that mentality. Avery Hayes jumps in, says Hayes carries. He might be the line for the tournament for you at this point. Kind of hard to argue with this success. Hayes sets up the lines, and you put up 8 goals with him.
Yeah, I might have to get him to do the lines again next game.
I think you have to. I don't think you can mess with a good thing at this point. No. All right, now one of the things I teased it earlier on. You and I share a passion that I found out last year when we got a chance to really sit down and chat. We're both card collectors, and you know your stuff really well. I was super impressed talking to you about it. How did that start? How did you get into collecting sports cards?
So my dad and I, I remember I was in maybe grade 2 or something. He came and picked me up from school one day, and he brought me these cards. I think the one was Andrew Raycroft. It was Andrew Raycroft on the Leafs card or on the Bruins. I can't remember. And yeah, I don't know. I love the card, and ever since, my dad and I have been. We go down to it's a card expo in Toronto every summer. We couldn't go down, or every spring. We couldn't go down this year because of COVID, but. Yeah, we do that. There's so much there. Like any card you can ever think of, basketball, hockey, anything. They're there. And my dad likes collecting the old time goalies, like the Grant Fuhrs, Gary Cheevers, Joseph. I'm more of like the new generation goalies. Like I have a lot of Carey Price cards.
Right.
I have a couple Hellbuck cards. So yeah, it's really fun. It's an awesome passion, and it's a nice hobby to have. The Tim Hortons cards, I got my cousin to get into it, and he's bought in a lot of packs, and they're pretty cool cards. So
yeah, they do a great job with those.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is it kind of cool at this point because you grow up liking hockey cards, collecting hockey cards? You come to a team of the Hamilton Bulldogs, we produce our own hockey cards, and now you have hockey cards with yourself on them that you can put up next to a Carey Price, next to a Tuukka Rask, next to a Connor Hellebuyck. That's gotta be kind of cool.
It is pretty cool. I got a couple of my own, and yeah, a lot of my friends they ask me for to autograph a card for them and send it to them, and I do. I know my mom's coworkers. I know I signed a card for her son, and he just loved it, and that's what I find cool about the cards. It doesn't matter who's the player on. It's cool. Whether it's me or it's Carey Price, there's no difference there. There's a pretty big difference there, sorry, but I'll get there someday.
That's right. Don't sell yourself short, my friend. Don't sell yourself short. Now I can tell you that this season I've already started designing a new set of cards for the Bulldogs. And they're going to be pretty darn cool. I've kind of gone back to the past with some elements, so I cannot wait until I can bring those out. And Storm's going to be involved with that as well. So we're going to have something pretty cool to show the players. I'm really excited to put you on one of these, Zach. And I'm going to have to get you to autograph it once we get it produced. I can put it up on the shelf here in the office, if you wouldn't mind. That is.
Oh, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to.
Andrew Oliver says, Reed and Zach, do you have favorite card sets you like to collect? Any favorites that jump out for you?
I have to think. I find some of the cup, the cup set in the upper deck.
Yep.
I like those. Those are my favorite design cards for sure.
Those are pretty darn cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So actually, I'm glad Andrew asked this question because I had something to show you. So not long ago, I managed to get my hands on something I'd been searching for a long time. And it's actually in a binder that stays locked in a cabinet in my office. But it's the 1972 O-Pee-Chee set. And that one actually has Ken Dryden's rookie card in it.
Really?
Yeah, I won't go flying through here. I can't remember if I can find it right off the top of my head or not. But I'll just take a quick look. Yeah, it's got his rookie card in it. It's got Bobby Orr, Derek Sanderson. There's a lot of great players. Yeah, here it is here. There's a lot of great players in this set. But that one kind of stuck out. So that's Ken Dryden's rookie card. He was actually my mom's favorite player growing up. And it was kind of cool to be able to get that set. So I like to collect the current ones, but I've got a lot of the old ones. I've pretty much got all of the 80s now. And I've been trying to go back and get some in the 70s, including pretty rare ones. Your dad might like these ones. So that's WHA, the competitor of the National Hockey League. And that one I think is 74, and that one's 78. That's the last one they did. And that's got Bobby Hull and Anders Hedberg and Gordie Howe and those guys. So I kind of go in between. I like the old ones, but I like a lot of the new ones as well. I like getting the rookie cards of the young guys. And now working in the OHL, seeing guys like the Entwistle who was in earlier, I've got a couple of his rookie. And it's kind of cool to be able to look at that and go, man, I called these guys in action, and now I can collect them with the Chicago Blackhawks. It's kind of It's a little crazy.
It is a bit crazy, and those sets are pretty cool. I'm a bit jealous for sure.
Yeah, actually, I was going to bring a couple of those in to the office to show you. We were going to do this live and in person later on in the season last year, but unfortunately didn't get the opportunity. So I wanted to take the opportunity just to show that. And I mean, you're always welcome to come by and take a look at the collection that's locked up down here. But moving forward, Zach, what are your plans for the rest of this offseason? I know holidays right around the corner. I'm sure a lot of family time, and then we're on the road to starting. I mean, it's going to be a pretty quick January here.
Yeah, I've been doing well to stay ready. You know, my trainer, he works with Vess and I off the ice. I'd like to get on the ice a bit more, but other than that, I feel like I'm ready if the season started, next week.
Awesome. I'm not going to keep you any longer here. We're passing half an hour, so I want to open the floor to you. Say anything you'd like to the fans of the Hamilton Bulldogs watching along.
That was a great show, Reed. as usual. I can't wait to see you guys this upcoming season, and I hope it's sooner rather than later.
All right. Thank you so much, Zach. Bull Moyer jumps in here late, says, great interview, guys. I can't do it without the great guys on the Hamilton Bulldogs roster. Zachary Roy, one of those. Zach, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your time. Because we're on the Bulldog catching up series, I can say this to you here because I can't say it on the E-Cup. Congratulations on the success so far. And to answer a lot of people's questions, yes, I have to stay impartial, but I am rooting for you to take this thing home. And if you win, we're going to come back and do this again and break down how you won this tournament. So congratulations and good luck.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, Reed.
All right, one more time on the way out. We've got a special guest. We opened with Ron McLean. We're going to close with Dane Evans of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. You betcha. The Bulldogs 50-50 really runs deep in this city.
Hey, Hamilton. It's Dane Evans here from the Ticats. I know these are unprecedented times, and it's very important to keep our schools open so our children can continue to learn. The Bulldogs Foundation has been feeding kids in Hamilton's high-need schools for over a decade, and right now this program is even more important than ever before. Please consider donating to their holiday 50-50 raffle at bulldogs5050.com if you can. And as always, stay safe, God bless you and your families, and go Ticats.